Every empire has its dawn. Every king, a challenger. No reign lasts forever. The African savanna, minutes after sunrise. A Thompson's gazelle has drifted from the herd. It does not know that every step it has taken is being watched. In the tall grass, a lioness has already chosen her mark. Her body presses flat against the earth, every sinew taut, coiled to strike. Then she launches. This is what happens here every day, and has done so since long before our species thought to name the stars. But the sentence is not always carried out. That same morning, not far away, another herd stands upon the open plain and is about to do something rather unexpected. Dawn on the East African savanna. Where moments ago there was a single, solitary animal, now there is a sea of horns and hooves, hundreds of thousands of wildebeest stretching to the horizon. This is the true face of the species. Not the lone straggler, but a vast collective organism, moving almost as a single body. Biologists call it swarm intelligence. A single alarm, a flinch, a direction of flight ripples through thousands of bodies faster than any individual could react. When one animal at the edge of the herd catches the scent of a lion, the entire plain knows the hunter's position within seconds. But the power of the herd is not merely vigilance. In a congregation of 500,000, the odds of a lion selecting any one individual are vanishingly small. Each animal at the center is shielded by thousands of living bodies. Researchers call it the dilution effect, sheer numbers swallowing every individual risk. Yet this living shield exists only so long as the herd holds together. Shapes lie flattened in the scorched grass. Lions. They have been waiting there for some time. Separated from the herd since before dawn on this parched savanna, this lone wildebeest has almost no chance. In the natural world, solitude very often means death. The lead lioness gives the signal. The pride moves as one. It turns to face them. And confronts the hunters in a way none of them anticipated. The savanna falls silent. In a world where the slowest is the one chosen, speed is the first condition of survival. For the wildebeest, the weapons are numbers and sheer stubbornness. Elsewhere on the savanna, another prey animal faces the fastest hunter on Earth, and its means of escape is altogether more refined. The East African grasslands, midday. Sunlight slants through the acacia canopy. A herd of impala grazes quietly. They look peaceful, but every sense is at work. Because somewhere in the shadows, a leopard is watching. It lies pressed to the ground, utterly still. Its coat is covered in rosettes, the most sophisticated camouflage system in the mammalian world. Those dark markings break up the outline of the body, dissolving a killer weighing some 130 pounds into the background. It begins to move, each footfall silent. It is in no hurry. The leopard's hunt does not belong to speed, it belongs to distance. The boundary between life and death is roughly 80 feet. But impala are not easily approached. The instant one individual detects something amiss, the entire herd erupts. The leopard reaches nearly 37 miles per hour in its burst of acceleration, but only over a very short distance before it must stop. GPS data and camera traps in Kruger have shown that impala detect the leopard in more than half of all stalking attempts. The actual success rate is just 15 to 38%. The leopard does not prevail by being invisible. It prevails through patience, willing to fail 7 times in order to succeed on the 8th. But the most remarkable finding concerns what happens after the prey falls. The moment it brings down an impala, the leopard does not feed. It clamps the carcass in its jaws and climbs straight up into a tree. On the ground, hyenas and lions steal 40 to 60% of its kills. In the canopy, it keeps nearly all of them. It does not squander energy, it invests it. The prey survives through vigilance. The hunter succeeds by never giving up. Until now, the story has turned on the chase. The hunter attacks, the prey flees. But in the Kalahari Desert, another prey animal does something quite different. It refuses to run at all. The Kalahari Desert, where the sun rules before hunger does. This is the domain of the gemsbok, the desert antelope, with its ash-gray coat and striking black and white facial mask. Upon its head is the weapon that defines its entire story. A pair of straight, slender horns, sharp as spears nearly 4 feet long. A full-grown gemsbok weighs over 500 pounds. It is not as nimble as the impala, nor does it have a herd of 500,000 to vanish into. In the Kalahari heat, the gemsbok is a master of endurance. It can survive for days without water, drawing moisture from the very dry grasses that other species ignore. A creature tempered by such severity does not surrender easily. The same tenacity that carries it through the drought is the tenacity it brings to face the hunter. The lionesses fan out along the horizon, the arc tightening. One lioness charges from the front. A precise strike to the flank pulls it off balance. Minutes later, the savanna is silent once more. But in the wild, courage alone is not enough. However perfect a warrior, The solitary fighter must eventually fall before the overwhelming weight of numbers. But Africa holds one more lesson from a creature that even the hunters themselves treat with caution. The African Cape buffalo. A mature bull weighs up to 2,000 pounds, and atop its head sits a boss of horn so thick that rifle bullets have been known to ricochet off it. Colonial-era hunters placed it among the Big Five not because it was rare, but because it would turn around and kill the one who had attacked it. Yet what sets the Cape buffalo apart is not individual strength. It is a behavior that researchers have named the rescue. A pride of lions brings down a buffalo that has strayed from the herd. The prey is pinned to the ground, fangs already buried in its throat. The story should end here. But the fallen buffalo's cries carry farther than the hunters expect. And the herd comes back. Massive bulls surge forward, horns lowered, the ground shaking beneath them. The pride is forced to release its quarry. Most herbivores, when a companion falls, simply flee further away. Cape buffalo do not. They answer the distress call, locate their own, and charge directly toward the danger. Beneath their placid appearance on the grasslands lies a network of constant vigilance, each animal reading signals from the set of an ear, the direction of a gaze, the rhythm of movement. When the danger signal fires, the herd shifts state in seconds, from grazing assembly to an army. Lions know this. They almost never attack a tightly formed buffalo herd in broad daylight. They wait for night, for rain, for the moment a single individual wanders apart. Even then, research in Kruger National Park shows that the lion's success rate drops markedly when facing Cape buffalo. Cape buffalo do not merely resist, they counterattack. There are records from across eastern and southern Africa of lions killed by buffalo not in self-defense, but in deliberate pursuits, when the entire herd actively hunted down the predator that had attacked one of their own. In Africa, the line between hunter and hunted is, at times, thinner than one might suppose. Thousands of miles north of the Kalahari, beyond the equator, beyond the rainforests, a white world unfolds, the Arctic tundra. There are no thorn bushes to retreat into, no herd of 500,000 to disappear among. Here, life must defend itself against an enemy that never sleeps and a winter that never relents. And yet, even here, the hunted find a way to survive. The first does not stand its ground like the gemsbok. It does the opposite. It runs and never stops running. That animal is the caribou, the reindeer of the far north. The threat it faces is not a 3-second ambush, but a pursuit that lasts a lifetime. Each year, caribou herds undertake the longest overland migration of any mammal on Earth, more than 800 miles, across the open tundra. The tundra is a paradox. So flat it appears empty, yet so vast it swallows everything that enters. No trees for cover, no caves for shelter. Against the endless white, the caribou herd moves like a dark river flowing across the horizon. They walk because they must. The Arctic winter strips all food from the ground, and to stand still is to starve. For the caribou, movement is life itself. Their legs are built for the journey. Tendons click with every stride. Broad hooves grip firmly on snow, a long-distance machine that scarcely knows fatigue. That clicking has a purpose of its own. It allows the herd to maintain contact through blinding snowfall, where the eye cannot see but the ear can still locate a companion. But there is a harsh truth. The caribou does not travel alone. The shadow that follows it is always there, silent, patient, matching every step. That shadow is the gray wolf. A predator so bound to the caribou that scientists have given it a specific name: migratory coupling. Where caribou go, wolves follow. The two species braid together, tracing a map of survival across the breadth of the North. This bond is so ancient that it has shaped them both. Wolves evolved to pursue over vast distances. Caribou evolved to deny their pursuer a single moment of rest. And if the caribou's migration is extraordinary, the numbers of the hunter are more astonishing still. The total distance a single grey wolf covers in a year can reach 3,500 miles, more than 4 times the migration of the very prey it follows. One wolf tracked in the wild covered the equivalent of 4,500 miles in just a few years. The hunter does not merely keep pace, it travels far further than the prey. From the caribou's perspective, no matter how far it walks, how many mountain ranges it crosses, how many icy rivers it fords, the shadow is still there each time it looks back. Each individual survives by ensuring it is not the one chosen. The herd never stops. The endless migration is how they confront the hunter, not in 3 seconds, but across millions of footsteps. The caribou does not defeat the hunter. It does not need to. It need only keep moving, keep breeding, keep filling the tundra faster than the wolves can diminish it. Each season, the herd renews itself. New calves replace those that have fallen. That living river flows on and never runs dry. In the taiga forests at the edge of the tundra lives the largest species of deer still walking the earth. The moose, a mature bull, stands up to 6.5 feet at the shoulder, weighs over 1,500 pounds, and carries a rack of antlers spanning nearly 6 feet like a shield of bone mounted on a crane. It does not live in great herds. It wanders largely alone, pushing through coniferous forests where the snow reaches its belly. Those long legs allow it to wade through deep snow that would trap most other species. Its long, flexible muzzle lets it strip leaves, snap branches, and dive to the bottom of lakes to feed on aquatic plants, a habit rare among the deer family. In winter, it may consume up to 44 pounds of food each day simply to maintain its body heat. A dense double coat of fur insulates so effectively that snow falling on its back does not melt. And despite its ponderous appearance, it can run at 34 miles per hour and swim across lakes stretching miles without rest. Its weapon is the front legs. A single kick, driven by 1,500 pounds of body weight through a hoof as hard as steel enough to shatter a skull, snap ribs, or hurl an attacker several yards. In the harshest wilderness of the north, it needs no herd. Size itself is its shield. The bobcat, the most silent killer in North America. Though weighing barely 33 pounds, they can bring down prey 8 times their own body weight, including full-grown deer. Their spotted coat is nature's own cloak of invisibility, blending seamlessly into dry leaves, granite, or patchy snow. They live in solitude, each individual commanding territory spanning dozens of square miles. They can even swim, despite being a cat that detests the water. Patience is their most formidable weapon. A bobcat will lie motionless for hours, waiting for precisely the right moment to strike. Winter is the harshest trial, when prey grows scarce and deep snow impedes every step. But in these frozen mountains, one bobcat has found a place unlike any other. This bobcat may be in luck. The river here never freezes, fed by volcanic hot springs. Animals gather to feed. But hunting in water is no business for a cat that hates getting its paws wet. It eyes a flock of golden-eyed ducks but cannot get close enough. Across the bank, steam warms the canopy. High above, there is prey. 20 feet straight up. At last a squirrel. Not much, but enough to carry on. Winter in the mountains demands tenacity. The bobcat has that quality, in abundance. The red fox is the most widely distributed land carnivore on Earth, more so than any other wild mammal. Weighing under 15 pounds, yet it survives where grey wolves and polar bears struggle. A triple-layered coat keeps it warm at -40 degrees. Its bushy tail wraps around its nose during sleep, serving as a natural insulating scarf. It eats nearly anything: insects, fruit, urban refuse. More than 45 different food items have been recorded in the diet of a single population. But its most astonishing ability lies in its ears. Scientists have discovered that red foxes use the Earth's magnetic field to locate prey, the only mammal known to employ a magnetic compass while hunting. When pouncing toward the northeast, the success rate climbs to 73%. In any other direction, just 18%. The red fox, found from the deserts of North Africa to the high Arctic. A vole hides beneath the snow. The fox can smell it, but every footstep is a warning. Its ears pinpoint the prey's exact position from more than 40 feet away. It leaps. Sometimes it misses. But when the timing is right, a mouse buried under 3 feet of snow lands squarely in its jaws. Two worlds, dozens of strategies. But only one answer repeating itself across the planet. Life does not accept its fate in silence. Some species use numbers, some use speed, some use brute strength, and some have nothing but naked will. Different in method, identical in essence. Those ancient strongholds now face a threat of a different kind, one that neither sharp horns, nor speed, nor battle formation can overcome. This threat does not come from fang or claw, and this time the prey cannot solve it alone. The answer lies with the species that caused the problem. It survived not because it was stronger, but because it refused to play the role it had been given. The sentence may come from fang and claw, from the cold, or from our own hands. But wherever life is pushed to the very edge, there is always resistance. That is the oldest voice on earth. Thank you for joining us on Nature Moments. Every creature on this planet carries within it a story of resilience, and we will continue to tell those stories. If this film has touched you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Of all the encounters you have just witnessed, which one impressed you the most? Sunlight pours across the Serengeti plains like golden lava spreading over every blade of grass, every lone acacia, every speck of dust suspended in the scorching air. This is Africa, the continent where life never stops moving and death is never more than one step away. In the chest-high grass, a golden shadow lies motionless, a lioness not resting, waiting. Her body weighs over 130 pounds, stretching nearly 6.5 feet long, pressed flat against the earth. Her pale, golden coat blends perfectly into the sea of dry grass, transforming the apex predator into an invisible ghost in broad daylight. Golden eyes narrow, locking onto a herd of taupe antelope over 300 feet away. Eyes evolved to see through swaying grass, to distinguish the movement of prey from the movement of wind. In a lion pride, the male commands the majestic mane and a roar that carries 5 miles. But the one who truly feeds the pride, the one who carries out 90% of all hunts, is always the female. They hunt in groups with sophisticated, coordinated tactics. 1 lures from the front, 2 flank from either side. The lioness is not the fastest on the savanna. Her top speed reaches only about 50 miles per hour, far slower than the antelope. But she compensates with intelligence and the ability to read her prey before it even chooses which way to run. Every hunt is a chess match, and the lioness plays chess better than any big cat on the planet. But the prey is no easy catch. The topi, the fastest antelope in East Africa, spotted the danger before the lioness even left her position. Because the topi possess a habit few antelope share: sentry duty. A single individual breaks from the herd, climbs the tallest termite mound in sight, and stands motionless for hours, scanning the entire savanna with eyes evolved to detect movement at extreme distance. A topi's body stretches about 5 feet 7 inches, weighing up to 140 pounds. Their dark brown coat shimmers with iridescent blue-purple patches on the shoulders and thighs, a strange beauty amid the scorched savanna. The whole herd surges like a wave, hitting 60 miles per hour within the first few strides. The lioness stops, breathing hard. Today, speed beats strategy. But on the savanna, one creature's failure is always another's opportunity. The dust cloud the topi left behind hasn't settled, and another pair of eyes has been watching from the edge of the grassland. The spotted hyena, Africa's most misunderstood animal, not the cowardly scavenger of legend, but one of the savanna's most efficient hunters. In reality, spotted hyenas hunt for themselves in over 70% of their meals. They run with endurance, not as fast as the topi in a straight line, but maintaining 40 miles per hour over several miles until their prey collapses from exhaustion. Their jaws generate a bite force exceeding 1100 psi, the strongest of any terrestrial carnivore. But the most extraordinary thing is not the jaw, it is the society. Spotted hyenas live in a matriarchal system. Females dominate males, and the lowest-ranking female still outranks the highest-ranking male in the clan. Their social structure rivals that of primates. They recognize every member by voice, remember alliances and rivalries, and make tactical decisions as a group. When a spotted hyena laughs, that spine-chilling cackle echoing across the savanna, it is not laughter. It is a complex communication signal, carrying information about body size, location, and intent. A hyena clan can number up to 80 individuals, coordinating attacks with a precision that forces even lion prides to yield. But there is one creature on the savanna that both lions and hyenas think twice before attacking. The African Cape buffalo. Locals call them Black Death, and not without reason. Every year, Cape buffalo kill more hunters in Africa than any other large animal. They do not flee, they turn around. A body weighing up to about 2,000 pounds, a pair of horns fused into a thick shield atop the skull, a structure biologists call the boss so hard that rifle bullets sometimes ricochet off it. each charge delivers force equivalent to a small car hitting at 30 miles per hour. But the true power of the Cape buffalo lies not in the individual. It lies in the herd. Amid the violence of the savannah, there comes a moment of unexpected tenderness. On a wet patch of grass beside a shallow lake, a pair of grey-crowned cranes are dancing. Not moving, literally dancing. The golden crown atop their heads, actually a tuft of stiff bristles, quivers with every step. Wings spread over 6.5 feet wide, legs lifted high, heads nodding rhythmically in the midday sun. The grey-crowned crane is the only crane species that can perch in trees thanks to a hind toe long enough to grip branches, a trait no other crane on the planet possesses. This is the courtship dance, one of the most elaborate rituals in the avian world. The pair dances face to face, spins in circles, dances then freezes, as if testing whether their partner has the patience to wait. Grey-crowned cranes mate for life. Once they choose a partner, they never change year after year, dancing together, nesting together, raising young on a savanna full of danger. Their calls carry for miles two alternating notes, high and low, like a duet beneath the blue African sky. Violence and tenderness, speed and patience, the power of the herd, and lifelong devotion. On this continent, life writes every story imaginable. But Africa is only one chapter. This planet holds another kingdom, vaster, deeper, and more mysterious than every savanna, every jungle, every desert combined. The ocean. And at the deepest reaches of the ocean, night is eternal. The sun is nothing but a memory buried beneath miles of seawater. The Mariana Trench, the deepest scar on the face of the earth, stretching over 1,500 miles across the western Pacific, where two tectonic plates collide and one is swallowed into the bowels of the planet. Its deepest point, Challenger Deep, plunges nearly 36,000 feet below the surface. If you placed Mount Everest on the trench floor, the peak would still lie buried under more than a mile of water. Join us as we explore the deepest layers of the ocean to witness life where existence seems impossible. The blue whale, the largest creature ever to exist on Earth, not just today, but in the entire history of life, including the age of the dinosaurs. Their bodies stretch over 100 feet longer than 3 buses lined end to end. Their weight exceeds 200 tons. A blue whale's heart weighs between 180 and 270 pounds. It is so large that a small child could crawl through its major arteries. But size is not their only weapon. Blue whales communicate through low-frequency sounds that resonate hundreds of miles across the ocean. These calls fall below the threshold of human hearing, penetrating water the way radio waves penetrate the atmosphere. In a world without light, sound is the dominant language. A single call can travel over 500 miles, passing through layers of water with varying temperatures and salinity, bending along the contours of the ocean floor. Blue whales find mates through sound. They find feeding grounds through sound. In a world where visibility reaches only a few dozen feet, sound is the compass, the map, and the love letter, all in a single vibration. At adult size, Blue whales have virtually no natural predators. They are living proof that in the sunlit surface waters, where light and plankton are abundant, life can reach a scale that stretches the imagination. But the blue whale is not the only giant that chose the strategy of filter feeding to survive. The whale shark, the largest fish on Earth and one of the ocean's greatest living paradoxes. Their bodies stretch over 40 feet on average, but the largest individuals ever recorded reached nearly 60 feet. Their weight ranges from about 17 to over 22 tons. A mouth that opens over 5 feet wide, large enough to swallow a full-grown person whole, but they never do. Inside that mouth, thousands of tiny teeth line up in rows, but none are used for biting. They are entirely structural, like relics of an evolutionary past left behind. The whale shark is a living filter. It sucks water through its mouth, strains it through its gills, and traps plankton, fish eggs, and tiny shrimp. About 1,600 gallons of water pass through its body every hour. Every whale shark carries on its skin a pattern of spots as unique as a fingerprint. No two are alike. Their skin ranks among the thickest in the fish world, a natural armor protecting the massive but delicate body within. Whale sharks are ovoviviparous. Eggs hatch inside the mother's body, and the young are born fully formed. A single female can carry hundreds of embryos at various stages of development. Despite their sluggish appearance at the surface, whale sharks can dive to depths of about 6,200 feet, plunging through the twilight zone into near total darkness. Their lifespan may exceed a century, 100 years of quietly filtering water, drifting across oceans along routes that science has yet to fully map. They migrate with the seasons, sometimes crossing entire oceans, but always returning to the same plankton-rich waters year after year, as if a map were hardwired into their genes. The largest, the gentlest, the most patient. Over more than a century of existence, a single whale shark filters billions of gallons of water slowly, patiently, without haste. The giant oceanic manta ray, a wingspan reaching up to about 30 feet, the largest ray on the planet. But size is not the most astonishing thing. The manta ray possesses the largest brain-to-body ratio of any cold-blooded fish, a brain that surpasses those of all sharks, tunas, and swordfish. And that brain is not for decoration. In experiments, manta rays can recognize themselves in a mirror, an ability scientists call self-awareness, documented in only a handful of species: great apes, dolphins, elephants, and crows. They can dive to depths of about 4,100 feet, plunging through the twilight zone, where light is nothing but a fading memory. When feeding, they coordinate in groups, forming spirals, executing barrel rolls to create vortices, funneling plankton into a spinning column, and then taking turns surging through it. A strategy requiring communication, coordination, and possibly planning. They seek out specific coral reefs, where small fish remove parasites from their skin and gills. Returning to the same cleaning stations, year after year. Remembering locations, remembering schedules. A form of symbiosis where both sides benefit, built on trust and habit. Their estimated lifespan reaches 40 years or more, and throughout that lifetime, they never stop learning. In the ocean, memory is a survival weapon every bit as powerful as a strong jaw or raw speed. Three giants, three filter feeding strategies, all of them gentle, all of them dependent on the ocean's smallest creatures. But not every giant is gentle. In the same waters, an entirely different predator patrols, and it does not filter. It tears. The tiger shark. Named for the dark stripes running along its body, bold in juveniles, fading with age like scars of time erased by the ocean. Their bodies stretch over 18 feet, weighing nearly a ton, not as fast as the great white, not as sleek as the mako. But the tiger shark needs neither speed nor elegance. It has something else. Absolute indiscrimination. Scientists call them the garbage cans of the ocean, and that is not an insult. It is a fact. Inside tiger shark stomachs, researchers have found license plates, tires, boat cushions, oil cans. Anything that falls into the ocean can become a meal. Their teeth explain why. Broad, flat, with deep serrations on both edges, not designed to pierce like a great white's, but to saw, like biological saw blades. Those teeth were engineered for one specific purpose: cutting through sea turtle shells, the hardest material on any underwater predator's menu. Tiger sharks possess ampullae of Lorenzini, thousands of tiny pores on the head, each containing electroreceptor cells. Every living creature generates a weak electrical field when muscles contract, when the heart beats. Tiger sharks sense these signals even when prey lies buried under sand, even in total darkness. Their hunting strategy is not speed. It is patience and ambush, patrolling slowly through shallow coastal waters where sea turtles come ashore to nest and return. When an adult green sea turtle glides through murky water, the tiger shark does not give chase, it waits. Waits until the distance is right. Waits until the angle of attack is perfect. Then a single strike, from below, aimed at the edge of the shell. The serrated jaws clamp down. The head shakes violently side to side, the serrations working like a chainsaw, cutting through the shell layer by layer. That is not brutality. That is technique honed over tens of millions of years of evolution. The turtle's shell, the armor that protected this species for 200 million years, is breached in under a second. But not every ambush succeeds. Sea turtles are not easy prey, their shells are fortresses, and their evasion instincts have been sharpened over millions of years. But the tiger shark's favored prey, the green sea turtle, is not a species easily erased. They have survived 5 mass extinctions. An adult green sea turtle's shell stretches over 3 feet. Weighing up to 400 pounds. That shell is the product of 200 million years of evolution, a mobile fortress. As adults, green sea turtles become the ocean's gardeners, grazing on seagrass, keeping the meadows healthy. Without green sea turtles, seagrass beds degrade, and hundreds of fish species lose their shelter. A green sea turtle's brain contains magnetite crystals, a biological compass that senses the planet's magnetic field. They return to the very beach where they were born after 20, 30, even 40 years. That magnetic memory never fades. And every turtle that completes this life cycle carries scars on its shell, evidence of dozens of near-death encounters with tiger shark jaws, fishing nets, and an ocean that never forgives. The green sea turtle is not the fastest, not the strongest, but it is the most patient, and in the ocean, patience is the currency of highest value. If these extraordinary tales of survival have captivated you, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Beneath the surface, below the waters where tiger sharks patrol and sea turtles migrate, an entirely different world begins. The twilight zone, the mesopelagic zone. From about 650 to 3,300 feet deep, where sunlight fades until only blue-black darkness remains. This zone accounts for 20% of the global ocean's total volume, yet harbors a secret that science is only beginning to understand. Every night, as the sun sets, billions of creatures from the twilight zone swim up to the surface to feed. Every dawn, they descend once more. This is the largest biological migration on Earth, not the wildebeest of the Serengeti, not the salmon of the Pacific. It is billions of organs moving vertically every single day through hundreds of feet of water. This vertical migration transports a massive amount of carbon from the surface to the deep, a biological pump that plays a critical role in regulating the global climate. And in the twilight zone, evolution has engineered solutions that light never imagined. In the twilight zone, some fish have evolved tubular eyes pointing straight up, optimized for spotting the silhouettes of prey against the faint glow above. Bodies transparent. Many species have evolved to become nearly invisible organs, muscles, even bones are see-through, to cast no shadow for predators to detect. And then self-made light, bioluminescence. Over 76% of deep-sea organisms can produce their own light. Dragonfish use red light, a wavelength most deep-sea creatures cannot see, like military infrared. They see their prey, but their prey cannot see them. Firefly squid emit hundreds of tiny luminous dots along their bodies like a night sky turned upside down, with stars swimming in the ocean instead of hanging in the heavens. Crystal jellyfish drift through the dark water, their bodies barely existing, nothing but water and flickering light. No brain, no heart, no blood, yet surviving where most organisms cannot. Giant isopods, relatives of the humble pillbug on land, swell to the size of a football in the deep. Low pressure and frigid temperatures allow them to grow slowly, reaching sizes their terrestrial cousins could never dream of. And at the darkest edge of the twilight zone, ghost sharks glide, ancient creatures of the order Chimeriformes, a lineage dating back over 300 million years. Before dinosaurs appeared, before modern sharks evolved, ghost sharks were already here, and they remain virtually unchanged, like living fossils drifting through darkness. Ghost sharks swim by, flapping their pectoral fins up and down, a style entirely unlike modern sharks. Their eyes are large, glowing green, adapted to near absolute darkness. The twilight zone is not a refuge. It is a transition where the rules of light gradually yield to the rules of darkness. And below the twilight zone, where the last trace of light finally dies, there is a creature that does not merely visit the darkness. It lives in the darkness. It hunts in the darkness. It is the only creature on the planet that can traverse every layer of the ocean, from the sunlit surface to the lightless abyss. When the last light goes out, the true journey begins. The sperm whale, the largest toothed creature on Earth, and the only predator that dives through every layer of the ocean. An adult male's body stretches nearly 65 feet. Weight exceeds 55 tons. The enormous head accounts for a third of total body length, a proportion unlike any other living creature. Inside that head sits a brain weighing 8 to 9 pounds, the largest in the entire history of the animal kingdom. Larger than a blue whale's, larger than an elephant's, larger than any dinosaur that ever lived. But the most astonishing thing is not the size of the brain. It is what fills the rest of the head. The spermaceti organ, a waxy mass weighing up to about 5,500 pounds, occupying most of the head cavity. Many scientists believe it helps regulate buoyancy, changing the temperature of the wax to sink or rise without expending muscular energy. Sperm whales routinely dive to depths between 1,300 and 4,000 feet, but in extreme dives they can plunge past 6,600 feet. Each dive lasts 45 minutes to over an hour in absolute darkness, under crushing pressure, with a limited oxygen supply. To survive, their bodies trigger an extraordinary chain of reflexes. Heart rate drops dramatically. Blood is redirected, concentrated in the brain and heart. Lungs collapse completely to prevent pressure damage. Sperm whales do not breathe underwater. They hold their breath and spend every drop of oxygen like a last coin. In the deep, eyes are utterly useless. And it is here that the sperm whale's true weapon activates. Sound, clicks. Sperm whales produce clicks reaching up to 200 to 36 decibels, the loudest sound generated by any living creature, louder than a jet engine. Those clicks fire from the spermaceti organ like sonar beams, cutting through water, striking objects, and bouncing back. The sperm whale reads the echoes, and inside its mind, a three-dimensional map of the dark water materializes. They see without eyes. They hear shapes. They hear distance. They hear prey. And the primary prey squid. Each day, a sperm whale consumes 1 to 2 tons of food, almost entirely squid. Dozens of dives, dozens of breath holds, dozens of descents into darkness. But sometimes, the sonar detects something larger, closer, moving differently. Not a school of small squid, a single individual, colossal. During deep dives, male sperm whales often hunt alone, deeper, farther, longer than females. Solitude is the price of size. The giant squid, tentacles stretching dozens of feet, eyes the size of dinner plates, the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, evolved to capture every last photon in near total darkness. The encounter unfolds beyond the reach of any camera, any scientist, any light. There is only darkness and 2 colossal creatures. The giant squid fights back. Tentacles wrap around the whale's head, each sucker rimmed with razor-sharp serrations, gripping tight, cutting deep into the skin. But the sperm whale is larger, stronger, and has rehearsed this battle thousands of times in its lifetime. The whale's jaws clamp shut, tentacles go slack, darkness swallows the rest. Sperm whale communication is not just for hunting. They talk to each other in rhythmic sequences of clicks. Scientists call them coders. Each population has its own set of coders. The Caribbean differs from the Pacific, the Mediterranean from the Indian Ocean. These are not random noises. These are dialects, evidence of culture beneath the waves. Female sperm whales live in family units for life, mothers, daughters, granddaughters, sharing babysitting duties, hunting and protecting one another. Mothers teach coders to their calves. The young imitate, correct mistakes, practice the way human children learn to speak, a language passed down through generations, not through genes, but through learning. When a young sperm whale is separated from its mother, its clicks change faster rhythm, higher intensity. Scientists call it a distress call, and the mother responds within seconds. When the whale surfaces, exhaling a spout of vapor rising about 7 feet, sunlight illuminates its body, and on the skin, evidence of the abyss appears. Circular scars, dozens, hundreds imprinted by giant squid suckers. Each scar is a battle. Each battle is a dive into a place no other creature dares to go. Sperm whales carry the darkness on their own bodies, a map of the abyss, written in scars. Deep-sea starfish creep across the muddy floor propelled by hundreds of tiny tube feet, each step spanning only a few fractions of an inch. Speed is measured in inches per minute. A starfish's body contains no air cavities, only water and collagen. Pressure cannot crush them because there is nothing inside to compress. The ocean flows through them. When a gap appears, sometimes only a fraction of an inch wide, the starfish pushes its stomach outside its body, threads it through the gap, and digests its prey right inside the shell. External digestion. In a place where energy is the scarcest resource, the starfish wastes not a single calorie on chewing or swallowing. If it loses an arm, it grows back. Regeneration can take months to years, but in the deep, time is not in short supply. Deep-sea starfish can live for decades, an astonishing lifespan for a creature with no brain, no heart, and virtually no movement. Time in the deep flows differently, slower, more patient, like the ocean itself. Patience is a philosophy. Patience is a strategy. Patience is the only way to survive in a place where everything light, food, oxygen is scarce. On the wild African savanna, there is no room for compassion or chance. Each day is an epic of survival, written by the sun, the wind, and the unforgiving hunt. The warthog, one of the few creatures that truly thrives in the 104-degree Fahrenheit heat. Their bodies lack sweat glands, so they seek out mud as a natural spa therapy, both to cool down and to protect their skin from parasites. This is a sounder of warthogs, formed by resilient mothers and their future generations. This social bond is their first line of defense. Their homes are old burrows, often abandoned by aardvarks. A natural architecture with a biological air conditioning system that helps maintain a stable body temperature amidst the scorching heat. In the wild, innocence is a death sentence. The leopard, a solitary hunter, is a master of the art of stealth. Its coat, with its exquisite rosettes, allows it to merge perfectly with the savanna's dry, withered vegetation. It approaches in absolute silence, every muscle coiled like a compressed spring, and its padded paws allow it to move without making the slightest sound. Its target is a warthog, an abundant source of energy and protein. The dry season causes the prey's distinct scent to travel farther, guiding the hunter The leopard knows it has only one chance. The attack must target the nape of the neck, the fatal weak point where the spinal cord meets the skull. A single, precise, and powerful bite will end the struggle quickly. If it attacks the body or legs, the warthog can still fight back. The scent of fresh blood quickly attracts other opportunists. The branches become an aerial larder, a safe place that few other predators can reach. Here, among the leaves, the leopard can finally enjoy the rewards of a perfect hunt, a testament to its power, patience, and masterful skill. But is the warthog truly a helpless prey? This pack of African wild dogs will give us the answer. They are the marathon runners of the Savanna, and their hunting success rate of up to 80% is the highest among Africa's predators. And that reputation is not an empty boast. Even as a pack, they hesitate before those sharp tusks. The warthog knows that the dry season and the midday sun are a predator's weaknesses. Its breathing is still ragged, but within it lies a resilient pride. It has survived to fight another day. The dry season is tightening its grip on the savanna. The grasses wither. The water holes are shrinking. Yet the warthog seems to defy this rule. They use their snouts and tusks to dig, searching for roots, dried tubers, and withered grass food sources that many other species ignore. They can also endure many days without water, reducing activity at midday to conserve energy. But today, it has reached its limit. This waterhole is either a savior or a deadly trap where predators lie in wait. Few predators dare to risk hunting by day, but the cheetah is different. It was born for speed and sunlight. The black tear-like streaks under their eyes not only absorb the glaring light, but also help them focus on a moving target with high precision, much like the black stripes athletes wear under their eyes. The Ferrari of the natural world is on the move. Its lightweight skeleton, flexible spine, and enormous lungs are all designed for a single purpose: explosive speed. Hunger quickly returns after the brief meal, forcing the cheetah to hunt again. Speed comes at the cost of energy, and it must constantly refuel. But the warthog mother is now hardened by loss. She will not lose another of her young. The cheetah is exhausted, its body is overheating. After a short chase, its body temperature can rise to dangerous levels. Only water can save it now, but the dry riverbed offers no mercy. Family ties have their limits. At 2 years of age, young male warthogs are driven from the sounder. This prevents inbreeding and forces them to seek their. The dry season in the southern Serengeti is still a fertile sanctuary. From the north, millions of wildebeest and zebra are undertaking the Great Migration. They journey relentlessly, following the rains and the green pastures. But it is not just food that awaits them. The thunder of hooves has awakened the proud rulers. The lions are ready. The harsh dry season is an advantage, helping them conceal themselves perfectly in the yellowed vegetation. A single male lion can consume up to 88 pounds of meat in one sitting. So small, isolated prey is never enough for the whole pride. The lions begin to set a trap based on their age-old knowledge of the terrain. While the powerful males stay behind to protect the territory, the lionesses are the elite hunters. They coordinate with the precision of a true army, targeting the dense herds of zebra. However, the savanna holds another formidable opponent, the African buffalo. A lion's feast does not always go as planned. The spotted hyena. Do not call them cowardly thieves that live only on carrion. The victor takes all. The loser, if he survives, vanishes into the shadows. The savanna has a new king. But the crown is never worn in peace. Because here, the cycle of power is eternal. From the other side, the warthog has realized that the pride has reached the limits of its exhaustion and disunity. Appearing in the open before the starving predators is just the first step in its plan. A series of secret escapes, burrows known only to it, is the real key. The tactic of misdirection has been activated. This is not a suicidal act, but pure provocation, a battle of wits. A lion's speed always surpasses a warthog's, but look at the sun. The midday heat is draining the hunter's strength. What we see now is more helplessness and confusion than anger. Panting, exhausted. That is the image of the tyrants now. The news will soon travel on the wind. Today, the uncrowned kings have become a laughingstock in this arid, unforgiving land. Even those who lurk beneath the water, like the hippopotamus, have heard of this humiliation. That has truly infuriated the lion. Even while drinking, it cannot escape the provocations of an unexpected rival. But the hippopotamus has never been one to be trifled with. They may seem placid, but they are among the most dangerous and aggressive animals in Africa. The lion's attitude has been noted by the giant. And the hippopotamus is intelligent enough to know where the lion's weakness lies. In the water. Its territory. Just by approaching the water's edge, everything could collapse. No creature can survive without water, and now that life source is controlled by a formidable adversary. The lions, once again, retreat in silence, awaiting a day of revenge. This time, it will require more patience and strategy. Sometimes, nature softens with gentle rains and cool waters, and fortunes change once more. In other parts of Africa, creation has bestowed life upon those who are worthy. The Chobe River, a ribbon of blue winding through arid lands, is the lifeblood of an entire region. This is the kingdom of the African elephant, with the highest density on the continent. These giants stand up to 10 feet tall and weigh 6.5 tons, yet they move with a remarkable serenity. Every part of their body is a masterpiece of adaptation. Their enormous ears are a sophisticated cooling system. The trunk, with over 40,000 muscle bundles, is an incredibly versatile tool, powerful enough to fell a tree, yet delicate enough to pick a single berry. And their tusks are keys to survival, used to dig for water or strip bark from trees. But their true strength lies in their bonds. Each herd is a complex matriarchal society led by a wise older female. Her phenomenal memory guides the herd along ancient trails to water, knowledge passed down through generations. They communicate using infrasonic sounds that humans cannot hear, vibrations that travel through the ground, connecting them across miles. By shaping the landscape, they act as the ecological engineers of this land. Yet, their future is fragile. With a gestation period of nearly 2 years, their rate of reproduction is incredibly slow. This fact, along with other threats, has placed this magnificent species on the near-threatened list. The African buffalo is also present, a silent warrior of steadfast build and calm strength. They are a symbol of Africa's resilience. Mature males are distinguished by horns that can span over 3 feet, with a base in the middle of the forehead as hard as concrete, known as a boss. This structure is both a protective shield and a symbol of authority in confrontations. However, behind that robust exterior lies a precisely organized society. Large herds can exceed 1,000 individuals, led by experienced females. Though weighing nearly 2,000 pounds, they swim with the skill of professional athletes. The Chobe River is not a barrier, but a corridor of life. Each day, a buffalo can drink up to 9 gallons of water, making this an essential point of recovery. Within the herd, when a decision on direction is needed, buffalo do not command with sound, they simply vote. Each female will stand and look in the direction she wishes to go. When a majority agrees, the entire herd moves as one. A silent but remarkably precise and effective form of democracy. In contrast to the majestic build of the buffalo, the spotted hyena is much smaller, yet it is a formidable presence and one of Africa's most intelligent animals. With powerful jaws and a bite force of 1,000 pounds stronger than a lion's, it can crush bones 2 inches thick to extract every nutrient. Its digestive system is so efficient it can process both bone and hoof, utilizing almost the entire carcass of its prey. Stamina is another advantage. They can maintain a speed of 6 miles per hour for hours on end to exhaust their prey. When necessary, they can accelerate to 37 miles per hour. Spotted hyenas live in close-knit, matriarchal clans that can number up to 80 individuals. A lead female, the matriarch, governs the group, defining a social structure in which females are absolutely dominant. Hyenas work together, employing clever strategies to take down wildebeest, zebra, and even buffalo calves. Their communication is distinctive. They emit calls that sound like laughter when stressed or excited, along with 11 other types of vocalizations. This species' flexible intelligence in cooperation and problem-solving is comparable to that of some primates. High above, silent figures also glide across the sky, nature's undertakers, sharing a common destiny. The marabou stork, with its slate-gray plumage and strange appearance, is nicknamed the Undertaker bird. Standing up to 5 feet tall and weighing up to 20 pounds, the marabou is one of the largest storks on the planet. An average wingspan of 8.5 feet allows it to soar on the hot air thermals, rising from the plains with little effort. Its featherless head and neck are an ideal adaptation for hygiene, keeping it clean while feeding on carrion. Marabou feed on the carcasses of buffalo, zebra, and wildebeest, helping to cleanse the environment and prevent the spread of disease. They often arrive after the lions and wait patiently for the leftovers. They also actively hunt fish, frogs, and even small birds when the opportunity arises. From the sub-Saharan savannas to the swamps and riverbanks, they are a testament to nature's incredible adaptability. Beneath the call of the fish eagle, the majestic form of the Angolan giraffe glides silently by. They rise like living towers over the landscape. Their height ranges from 13 to 20 feet, with their necks alone measuring 6.5 to 8 feet long. Even at birth, a calf is already about 6.5 feet tall and can stand and run within an hour. To pump blood all the way to their brain, their heart must be incredibly powerful, weighing up to 24 pounds. Giraffes live in fluid groups of 5 to 20 individuals, a loose social structure that changes with the seasons and food availability. They prefer leaves, buds, and young branches, especially from acacia species. With a prehensile tongue up to 18 inches long, dark in color to prevent sunburn, they can navigate through sharp thorns without injury. Each day, an adult consumes about 75 pounds of vegetation, clearing the way for other species to reach the lower canopy. However, their story has not always been one of hope. In the late 20th century, as a consequence of prolonged civil wars and uncontrolled poaching, the Angolan giraffe population declined to an alarming level. It was estimated at the time that only a few thousand individuals remained, and they had vanished completely from many parts of their historic range. But then, an extraordinary effort changed their fate. Conservation organizations, working closely with governments like Namibia and Botswana, launched decisive action plans. Anti-poaching campaigns were intensified. Most importantly, reintroduction programs were implemented. And the results have surpassed all expectations. By 2024, the Angolan giraffe population had rebounded to some 20,200 individuals in the wild. This is a story of profound hope, born from reintroduction programs and tireless conservation efforts. Under the watchful eyes of the giants, herds of agile impala glide across the dew-kissed grass. Their reddish-brown coats glow against the grey-green landscape, like the gentle yet vibrant pulse of dawn. In the males, the lyre-shaped horns are a striking feature. They can grow up to 3 feet long, elegantly curved and strong, weapons for the battles over mating rights. When they sense danger, they can accelerate to 50 miles per hour. Sometimes they leap up to 10 feet high and 30 feet forward in a single bound, an astonishing athletic display. The behavior known as pronking, where they jump on all 4 feet at once, is a message of survival, a warning to the herd, and a show of fitness to discourage a predator. The social life of the impala is organized by season. From April to June, the breeding season begins. Mature males establish territories and form harems. Territorial disputes become fierce, the clash of horns echoing across the plains. They can both graze like open plains, herbivores, and browse on leaves. This dietary flexibility is one of the secrets to their resilience during the harsh, dry season. The cycle of life we have just witnessed has been playing out for millions of years. A perfect balance, built on the harsh but fair laws of nature. From gentle giants like elephants and giraffes to the apex predators, every creature plays an irreplaceable role. And yet, this grand stage is facing greater challenges than ever before. Their existence no longer depends solely on speed or strength, but on the decisions we make. The success story of the Angolan giraffe is a hopeful testament that it is not too late. To protect this wild world is to protect our planet's most precious heritage, to preserve this epic of life for all the generations to come. Before dawn breaks over the dense woodlands of Kruger National Park, a toxic shadow stands motionless amidst the high canopy. A female leopard, the ultimate icon of mystery and fluid grace, is on the prowl. In the world of the leopard, trees are far more than mere resting places. They are watchtowers, fortresses, and launching pads for lightning-fast ambushes. Draped in the geometry of shadows, her rosettes break the very outlines of her being. She does not merely hide, she becomes the forest itself. Through eyes of liquid amber, she reads the silent language of the grass, waiting for a single heartbeat to falter. Beneath the foliage, a herd of impala drifts slowly into range. Every footfall is light, as if danger were absent from this hushed morning. She is tense, her muscles coiled and primed for action. The leopard drags her prize into the deep shade, then, with extraordinary strength, hauls it high into the canopy. There she will feed in seclusion, beyond the reach of hyenas and other opportunistic thieves. Solitude is no weakness. It is the very essence of the leopard's power. As heat blankets the grasslands of Kruger and the sun parches the earth, massive, dark forms begin to stir. These are neither lions nor elephants. These are Cape buffalo, horned titans that command caution from even the most seasoned predator. They move like a disciplined army in a tight, impenetrable formation. Each weighs nearly 2,000 pounds, their dark hides shimmering, horns curving like the iron helms of ancient warriors. They are no docile grazers, despite their appearance. Beneath that thick hide beats a heart that refuses to yield. They guard the collective as if life itself depends upon their unity. Calves huddle at the center, shielded by the herd. At the fringes, dominant bulls stand sentry, ready to charge into battle at a moment's notice. A lone lioness watches, mesmerized by the raw power radiating from those steel-like horns. She is fascinated by the raw strength of their spiraled, iron-hard weaponry. The lioness was badly wounded. It was a bitter lesson. Never confront the Cape buffalo alone. She is not the first predator to retreat before them, and she certainly will not be the last. The herd continues its journey as a mobile fortress, unglamorous and quiet, yet possessed of an unshakable resolve. As the sun begins to bake the Kalahari, a mob of meerkats emerges, standing tall like miniature sentinels. Tiny and nimble, they thrive in tight-knit clans, where every individual has a vital duty. They are renowned for their sophisticated system of vocal alarms. At the first warning from a sentinel, the entire mob abandons everything to vanish into the safety of the burrow. In a land of hawks and cobras, unity is the only way to survive. But not every alarm is genuine. Nearby, a fork-tailed drongo, a master of mimicry, watches. He imitates the meerkat's alarm, a perfect and calculated deception. He even varies his calls, imitating eagles or snakes, to ensure the meerkats never grow accustomed to his trickery. Sometimes they will imitate the sound of an eagle, other times the sound of a snake, a truly astonishing display of cunning. With one false cry, panic spreads. The meerkats abandon their hard-earned feast. Instead, they stand guard for the collective, even at the cost of their own hunger. Along the Atlantic coast, where brutal waves batter the South African shore, thrives a clamorous community, Cape fur seals. Near Cape Town, upon moss-covered rocks, seals huddle together, their bodies shivering in the salt spray. Their collective roar, territorial bellows and calls echoes like a wild symphony of the southern seas. They were not born for combat, yet they are masters of survival. The Cape fur seal possesses a waterproof coat and powerful flippers. Dominant bulls claim the rocks, guarding their harems. Pups are born into this chaos, with no sanctuary but their mother's side. Far from the Antarctic's flows, a strange story unfolds on the sun-drenched sands of South Africa. Among granite coves, African penguins have made a fateful trade, abandoning the frost for the searing sun. They are the only penguins on Earth to claim these temperate shores as their sanctuary. Standing less than 2 feet tall, they wear a tuxedo of black and white with a signature horseshoe marking. Survival in the heat relies not on feathers, but on pink glands. Above their eyes, a sophisticated cooling system. It regulates their temperature when the sun bakes the boulders throughout the year. In spring, shallow burrows witness one of the most enduring bonds in the natural world. Pairing for life, they return to the same refuge annually, nesting amidst the harsh wind and sand. Yet their greatest foe is not the heat, but a deadly silence from the ocean. But a shadow longer than night now falls upon these shores. A once vibrant chorus is fading into a haunting silence, as their lifeline to the ocean is severed by hands they cannot see. Million voices have been reduced to a fragile whisper, a final plea written in the sand before the tide washes it away. Today, upon these ancient stones, humanity is learning to step back, allowing nature to heal itself. Every tiny nest is a final fortress, a silent plea for survival beneath the African sun. Their struggle is no longer against nature, but for remembrance, before they vanish forever. Across boundless grasslands, the towering forms of African elephants move like living fortresses. Majestic and silent, they walk powered by muscles and the weight of ancestral memory. In a world where breath and death are intertwined, they are icons of wisdom and patience. Each herd is guided by a matriarch, holding a mental map of ancient springs and migration routes. Under her protection, the family traverses Kruger's woodlands to the Kalahari's scorched sands. Here, memory is the ultimate tool for survival, the only thread preventing their lineage from being swallowed. South Africa is a vibrant yet uncompromising tapestry of life. From the solitary leopard to the buffalo's wall of steel, all are caught in a cycle of tension that never truly ends. In this parched land, nature offers no mercy and knows no rules. Only those with an unyielding will and fierce instinct earn the right to see tomorrow's dawn. Yet, amidst this splendor, echoes of a crisis are beginning to ring out. Thinned colonies and the roar of the seals testify to a balance that is beginning to fracture. Habitats are vanishing, and giant footprints are slowly being erased by time. Nature does not need us to survive, but we cannot exist without it. In this epic struggle, certain creatures stand as enduring symbols of power. One of Africa's largest bovines, the Cape buffalo, is among the most dangerous creatures on the continent. He does not hunt, yet he strikes terror into those who dare to pursue him. Weighing up to 2,200 pounds, he is a mobile fortress of muscle and bone. His most striking feature is the set of horns that meet at the forehead to form a formidable shield. A natural boss capable of withstanding the full fury of an adult lion. Blending caution with aggression, the herd forms a living barricade, ready to counterattack. This is why hunters speak of him as the Black Death. Not because he hunts humans, but because he refuses to run, fighting to his very last breath. Dawn rises on the far horizon, staining the savanna with a layer of radiant light. Through the morning mist, a deep rumble emerges, a wordless challenge. From the silent herd, two mature bulls separate, locking gazes. This is not a battle of life and death. It is a struggle for status and dominion over territory and the chance to breed. To claim the title, there is only one path, an uncompromising test of strength. On the horizon, the low scrub stirs not from the wind, but the approach of a solitary giant. Each footfall resonates across the earth like a distant war drum. This is the southern white rhinoceros, the second largest land mammal on our planet. With a massive frame exceeding 4,400 pounds, he has no need for concealment. He fears no one. Upon his nose is a legendary weapon, a horn of solid keratin, which can exceed 3 feet in length. A creature of war. He prefers solitude, living by a rhythm as ancient as his million-year lineage. Yet even a giant must defend his domain. Despite his solitary nature, the rhino is vital to the savanna's health. His paths create natural corridors for other species to find water and food. By grazing on short grasses, he prevents scrubland from overwhelming the open plains. Even his waste nourishes the soil, fueling plant growth and sustaining insect life. Amidst the dust of the African basin, a towering silhouette emerges from the haze. Majestic and deliberate, the elephant herd moves as a single, unified entity. At the formation's heart, calves find safety in the immense shadows of their kin. They do not just rely on strength. Elephants hear the earth through their feet. Through the very soles of their feet, they hear the pulse of the earth. These silent giants possess a wisdom that transcends the air, sensing the distant thunder of a coming storm or the ghost echoes of a wandering herd carried through the ground like a deep subterranean song. This is a display of intelligence and an unshakable matriarchal order. In this land, no predator is foolish enough to challenge a mature herd. At the distant roar of a lion, they instantly tighten their ranks into a circle of iron. £13,000 of muscle form an impregnable wall, shielding the young. Their coordination transforms the collective into the ultimate defensive machine. Their weapons are ivory swords in the largest individuals. Nearly 2 meters long, used both to explore the lifeblood beneath the barren soil and to deliver deadly blows. The skillful trunk, with its tens of thousands of muscle bundles, can gently soothe a cub after a long night of fear. But it is also powerful enough to bring down a lion in a single strike. Despite their deliberate pace, an angry giant can surge at 25 miles per hour. Their true power is not in destruction, but in their ability to shape the world. They are nature's engineers, creating waterholes and trails that sustain life. They rule through wisdom and empathy, forcing even the most arrogant lion pride to retreat.